Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be reading books that I DNF'd for a week. Basically what DNF stands for is did not finish, and it's really interpreted as many things for different people. And for me, DNFing a book means that there is a 70% chance that I will not pick it up again. I'm not continuing this book. I'm just going to put it down, and maybe in the future I will, but for now I'm just not going to. So we're going to be starting this video strong with The Prison Healer, which I have actually DNF'd back in October, like literally the first week of October, and it's mostly because I was not a fan of the writing, and I just felt like it was really like boring in some parts, and like every information that was coming in was coming out the other ear, and I was just not really a big fan of the characters, and I was not going to pick it up again. I was not going to continue the series. And so when I came up with this video idea, I'm like, you know what, let's actually give it a chance. Why not? I have seen way too many people rave about this series, so let's just do it. So what this book is basically about is about a girl named Kira, and when she was younger, her and her dad got captured to take to this prison where they became healers. Something happened with her dad where she just became like the head healer. 10 years later passed, and her family sends her this message saying that the rebel queen is coming to not let her die, and when she comes, she is in a really bad state and she has to perform in these trials. I love politics and fantasies, but I just didn't really feel like there was any fantasy in this book. I felt like it was more dystopian, and it really reminded me of the first book in the Shatter Me series, where the main girl in that one, Juliet, was just in that prison for so long that I was just like, can we just have some sort of like different pace, or just like there's just like the same thing over and over, and it just felt like there was just like a lot of repetition in those two books. So yeah, we're gonna start with this one and see how this goes. So let's start with The Prison Healer. Okay, I'm on the last page of chapter 23, and if this one person ends up dying, I'm gonna be mad, because it's not like her love interest is someone else. That is the only reason why I'm still reading this book, and if she dies, I will be very pissed and I will not continue this series, because the only reason why I'm reading this book and powering through it. I'm pretty sure if you guys have read this book, you will know who I'm talking about. Let's continue reading, because I am getting a little bit upset now. So let's see, because I don't want to die. Please don't, please. I just finished editing my video, which means that I am officially a week ahead, and I can just breathe and be able to make content without having the worry of having to edit it and film it so quickly. So I'm so excited. But I did finish The Prison Healer, and okay, listen, the only reason why I didn't give it a 2 stars at the end was because of the ending. The ending was what really truly saved it, even though I kind of guessed the ending just because I had like a little hunch. But that was like the only reason. Like I was so ready to give it a 2 stars, but because of the ending, it was just really good, and it really set up for the next book. So it was gonna be a 2 stars, but I ended up giving it a 3 stars because of it. I do believe that the first book was kind of like a way to set up the world. So I finished that book. The next day I started reading The Housemaid. I did not get that far. I only got to page 49. So what this story is about is basically about an ex-con and how she is working for a rich household, and she does everything. She does the cleaning, she does the cooking, and she kind of takes care of the younger girl too. And the mom kind of says things and does things, and also where she is located, because she is an in-house housemaid, she's all the way in the attic, and her room actually locks from the outside. And I don't know, like, there's just so many different things that are happening already where I'm kind of like, if that was me, I would honestly, I had already quit. Like, this little girl was literally accusing me of killing her, and her mom just took it, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I'm not working with this child. Like, she's saying things and accusing me of like really big things, and I don't know, like, even the mom doing things and accusing her as well of other things, I would not handle it at all. The good thing about this book is honestly it's barely 300 pages, so I am hoping to finish this today. So we're gonna continue reading this and see how I end up liking it, or how this plot is gonna go, and just everything that happens, because I'm already very, very tired of the family, and not just her, not like the ex-con or the housemaid. I'm not tired of her, I'm just tired of the family, because their accusations are just, they're baffling to me, and I would not be working for them at all. So let's continue reading and see how this goes. I just finished reading The Housemaid, and I literally blew through this book. I finished this in a day. Like, I cannot believe how easy and how just addictive it was. Like, I was just so addicted to the story and just needing to know more about what was going to happen. Just everyone's actions and just everything that was going on was just, you just had to keep reading. And so I just couldn't put this book down, and the ending was just so good, and just everything was really good, honestly. So this book is definitely a 4 stars for me. It's not a 5-star because I don't really give thrillers 5 stars, and I only give books 5 stars if they're my holy grails, and obviously this is not. But it was still a really good fast-paced thriller, and I just really loved from the beginning to end. Yes, the people were annoying me, and there were parts where I was just like really annoyed, but it was because I didn't know everything. I highly recommend this. It's so good, and I'm so happy that I finally finished reading this after so long of just not continuing this book. So I don't know what other book I'm going to read that I DNF'd, because I've been looking around and I don't know. I'm gonna show you guys 2 books that I'm kind of considering at the moment, so let me go get them. Okay, so I have 2 books that I DNF'd: Flawless by Elsie Silver and The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Now you guys can literally see where I stopped reading. So for this one, it wasn't because I was bored. It was mostly because I had to do another video and this was just not part of it. But The Fine Print, I was a little bit bored. I am in between these 2. They're kind of at the same stopping point. So I'm gonna pick up Flawless by Elsie Silver just because I really want to get to Hopeless, which is the last book in the series, just because that one sounds the most interesting to me. But yeah, I don't know. I just really want to start this entire series and see what the hype is about. So we're gonna start this one. This one is basically about a bull rider. He's really famous, and something happens where his career and his image is kind of going wrong, and so his management team, the owner of that management team, steps in and hires his daughter to be his babysitter. Let's start reading Flawless. I'm so excited to start this series, so let's get into it. Be giddy and just like kicking my feet because this book is so good already, and I am on page 65 and I'm already loving their relationship. Obviously, like, they hate each other, especially Rhett, where he's just like very grumpy and just very stubborn, and yeah, he's not liking that Summer is his babysitter and she's basically just there to keep an eye on him, and he doesn't like that, and he's just like really not having it. But for whatever reason, I just cannot wait until they start forming kind of like a feelings for each other, because I know that Rhett's gonna fall hard for Summer, and I love the brotherly relationship that they all have, and it's just so cute. I love small town books. They're so good, and it just reminds me a lot of just like the family aspect and just how good that can be. So I'm just so excited. I love small towns. It's so cute. Let's continue reading. I am on chapter 6, so let's continue. It's so good already. I am currently editing this video, and look at my desk right now. It is gross. I have so much stuff in my desk because I've been editing all day, mostly because I just wanted to make more efforts into my editing because there's more of you guys. So hi and welcome, and I'm just having so much fun. But we did end up finishing all of our 3 DNF'd books, and to be honest with you guys, I am very surprised that I ended up liking them. So if you guys are also in the same boat as me where you guys DNF'd books, give them another chance. I highly recommend also doing audiobooks because I did audiobook for this one kind of like in between, just because there's so many boring parts that I just needed some help. So if you guys do need that, I do highly recommend audiobooks. Spotify also came out with their own audio format, so you guys can check that out if you guys have premium. I just had so much fun reading these, especially Flawless and The Housemaid. These two were so good, and I'm so happy that I picked them both up again because this one took me by surprise. I was actually very surprised that I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And Flawless, I knew that I was gonna like it, but I also didn't know what to expect from it. So yeah, I was very surprised as well with this one. So to give a little recap with all of these books, I'm gonna give The Prison Healer a 3 stars. I was gonna give it a 2 stars, but because of the ending, that really made it a 3 stars. But I will continue the series. I do know that people say that it does get better, so I'm going to hold on to that hope. The next one is The Housemaid. The Housemaid is gonna be a 4 stars because it did what it did, which was a really good thriller and fast pace. And like I said, I did finish it in a day, and I had so much fun. It was so entertaining, so I highly recommend this one, and it's just gonna be a good 4 stars. The last one is Flawless by Elsie Silver, and this one I'm gonna be giving it a 4.5, mostly because it didn't give me like that 5-star feeling that I have with all of my 5 stars, because if I do give a book 5 stars, it means that it's like my holy grail and I want every special edition, and this wasn't one of them. But I did really highly enjoy this one, and like I said, I will be continuing the series, and I'm just so excited. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time you guys are watching it. Thank you so much for clicking, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.